Hi and welcome to THFC Till I Die Newsbeat, the daily news show where me, Ellie, or Mia, the Godfather Philip Brady, when he decides to stop being a globe-tropping superstar for his local band, decides to come back. We'll give you all the latest news on Tottenham Hotspur, what's happening in the club, managers, whatever. Even Doris the tea lady, what she has for tea, we will bring you later. Joining me on this edition of Newsbeat is, of course, my usual co-host, Queen Ellie Hoybier, who's come back now from a very bad COVID virus. So I'm glad to have you back, Ellie. Nice to see you well and back to your best again. And also below us, the woman that kept this channel going with the Godfather himself, Mia from Spurs Between the Lines. This is a joint stream. We're streaming on here. We're also streaming on Spurs Between the Lines. It's something that we're going to do and something we'll continue to do to keep both channels and see can we drag Mia up to 1,000 subscribers behind us. So firstly, Ellie, how are you today? How are you feeling and looking forward to this show? I think Ellie's frozen.
I've been doing a bit of research in the background as well, Dermatron.
All right.
So hopefully we're going to have a good show, aren't we? Yeah.
We are. And Mia, how are you this afternoon? Are you looking forward to this one?
Yeah, it's almost, the gang's almost all back together. We only got Philip missing now, and then the gang's back together. Yeah. It'd be nice to have all of us back.
It would.
Yeah.
It really would.
Back as well and actually speak. Thank God.
It really will. Just want to welcome a few people in. Big up Eugene. He says, "Hi everyone. Big up. Hashtag Levy out. Big up John Fitzpatrick, my Irish brother. Hope you're doing well. Big up to FTSM Col. Big up, sir. Hope you're doing well. Let me know what you thought of Man United's performance over the weekend. Good, bad, happy, not happy." Wayne Bonner, big up Wayne. Afternoon all. Hope everyone is well and good. Big up, and he's on Mia's channel. So big up Wayne. We've got Tequila as well, 316. Yeah. Big up Tequila. It's my birthday today, Mia, so I expect many gifts from everyone. Happy birthday, Tequila, and have a few tequilas for ourselves if you can. He's also on here. Tequila as well, so happy birthday from us. Wayne, happy birthday, Tequila. I'm sure Spurs have a nice gift for you. Oh, yeah, I'm sure they do. Who else we've got? Tequila says, "Doris, it's hot, Dermot. She's mine." Okay, I'll leave her to you. Fine. I will leave Doris to you, Tequila. That is no problem. Wayne says, "Has Levy given Doris a new 5-year contract yet?" Yeah, she got one the other day. Who else it is? We've got Colin says, "Happy for the points. Worried about Rashford's injury." Yeah. Might harm you a little bit. Might harm you. You never know. We're on your coattails. We are on your coattails. And then we got Dragon Deets Nuts. Howdy, big up, sir. Walter McDonald, good morning or afternoon all. And Tequila, I will. Don't worry about that. Right. Yeah, let's get cracking with this show. And guys, I've just got the phone calls. It always happens. You go live and then somebody rings you. So, Ellie, I'm going to leave it with you for a minute. And what I'm going to start with is with the fans singing from Poch, will Levy listen? Now, look, you were there. You heard what happened. Was it loud? I think. Ellie, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Yeah. With the Poch singing, was it loud?
Oh my God, was it loud? It bursted my eardrum. Honestly, it was so passionate as well, the way the fans were singing. You know, like when fans sing things mutely and, you know, it's not really their heart. This was like straight from everybody's heart and they belted it out.
Hello?
Hello? Is Dermot gone?
Can you hear me? I think
I can hear you,
went
Mia.
for a minute,
Dermot?
yeah.
He's gone.
Yeah.
Is he gone to take a call?
Yeah, I think he's just gone for a moment.
Yeah, okay. So, yeah. Let's read the comments out in the in the chat if we got any more coming in. We got Wilton McDonald. Hello, Wilton. Good morning to you as well. Brilliant. There he is. He's back. The man himself.
Sorry, every time I start going
It's
live,
all right.
I get a phone call. It's just everything. Yeah, and I mean, Mister, I'm back. I'm back.
I was just saying, Dermot. I was just saying that everybody was singing from their heart, and it was so loud it busted my eardrum. And like you could tell, there was conviction in the singing as well. You know, yeah, I think he's well loved at the club by most people. Some people don't want him to come back because they think it might save his legacy. But the thing is, he never got on any we were going for. So some fans don't want him because of that. I personally want him.
Yeah, I mean, Mia, look,
Up as well.
Yeah,
we've been missing that a bit. You know, that connection.
I mean, Mia, with Poch, there's this sort of connection with us and the fans. Where do you think? I mean, why hasn't there? Do you think there is some talks behind the scenes that it's been kept very quiet? We've had his assistant leaving his laptop open, with Tottenham stuff on it as well, Mia. Where do you think this will go? Do you think this has got legs, or do you think we're sort of looking down a dead end, if you know what I mean?
It could be a possibility, an option. I heard that it's actually not Levy who doesn't want him back. I heard that it's that Donna Marie. Is it Donna Marie? Apparently, she's the one who doesn't want him back. Donna Cullen, that's it. I get confused with names. She apparently doesn't want him. So I think it actually isn't Levy necessarily who doesn't want Poch back. So it's going to be really, like, I wonder if he's even been interviewed. We don't know. Like, we're all trying to play a guessing game, aren't we, really? So it's really hard because we don't really have any sort of like actual factual things about it. So to me, I wouldn't personally want him back. I think it's too soon before, since he's actually been with us. Personally, I think we need something fresh. And Poch is a bit like the old pair of slippers that you wear, that you know them too well. I don't know. I'm not keen. But if he come back, I'd obviously support it. But to me, it wouldn't be my choice. It's not someone I would want back.
Right.
Well, personally,
I have a little bit of breaking news here for you all. So I'm going to press this new breaking news thing. So let me know what you think of it. So we'll get this up in 2 minutes. Right, the bit of breaking news I have as Ellie disappears, I think going to find Poch and see can she drag him to Tottenham, I think, by the sounds of it, is Levy wants 100 million for Kane and won't move on that price. Kane's attitude has seemed more positive. So I presume myself that this is down to talks taking place with an unnamed manager. Mia, how important is Harry Kane to all this for the manager we get next to Tottenham?
Personally, I feel like that if we're basing a manager around what Harry Kane wants, then that's player power, and we all complain that we don't want player power. I think that it's important for, maybe some managers, but if he leaves in another year and doesn't sign a contract, then that means they've got to deal with life without Kane anyway. So I feel like that we're basing too much around Kane, in my personal opinion.
And everything's everything's fine. Right.
What do you think?
Look for me.
I just locked out because it was having problems.
Yeah, I agree, Mia. Look, there shouldn't be player power at Tottenham. That really should. It should be down to the manager. It should be down to the owner and the board, who the manager is, not the players. It shouldn't be down to Harry Kane if he stays or go. If Harry wants to go, then we'll sell him. If he wants to stay, sign a new contract. It's not down to him. It shouldn't be down to him or any other player who we get next. But any manager that comes will want a Harry Kane in his side. He'll want a Son in his side.
Yeah.
He'll want a Højbjerg in his side. He'll want a Romero in his side or Gulu. So I do think, Mia, it is a bit of 50-50 on this. I don't think it is down there. Look, some of the board are hesitant about bringing Poch back. But if you look at Levy's track record, George Graham, he brought in Glenn Hoddle. When the fans got restless when Poch left, he brought in Mourinho. When the fans went against Nuno, he brought in Conte. So he has got a track record of bringing managers in to appease the fans. And to be fair, Levy has a lot of rebuilding to do with the fans over his running of the club, over what he's doing. And so it wouldn't surprise me if he overrules the board and Poch does come back. But again, it shouldn't be down to what players are there. No player is bigger than the club. And that includes Harry Kane. And you can go back to Jimmy Greaves or Danny Blanchflower or even Bill Nick. He even said himself, nobody's bigger than the club. So, look, whoever comes in, I will support. I want a manager that will play attacking football. We've had 3 defensive managers. It doesn't work. So let's go back to what we know and what we know how we play. Before I go back to you, Mia, Ellie, look, on this, I'll give you the bit of news again. I got just a few minutes. It's just sort of hot off the press. Levy wants 100 million for Kane, but won't move on that price. Kane's attitude has seemed more positive. And this is me. I presume myself that this is down to talks taking place with an unnamed manager. And my question to Mia was, is Harry Kane vital to any decent manager coming to the club? Mia point out that, it shouldn't be. What's your views on it?
Well, the thing is, it all depends on which manager and how he rates Harry Kane as well, because we don't know what's going through their head either. So, I mean, everybody knows Harry Kane is top dog, isn't he? So, if he doesn't want to keep Harry Kane, he needs his head screwing.
Yeah.
Do that. So I don't want him personally sold. I want to keep him. But like you said, Dermot, no player's bigger than the club. If he wants to go pounds for him, then I want that money spent wisely this time, because we wasted it last time when we sold Bale, didn't we?
Yeah, I mean, Mia, look, it's here. It's a comment here by Wayne Bonner here. He says, if Poch comes back, he needs to be given the freedom to clean house. With the likes of Skip, Sarr, Gill, possibly Cess, Devine, and a few others, he'll have a foundation to start building the team. Where do you go on this, Mia? Look, if Poch does come back, I know full well that you will support him and you'll back him. But do you think he needs to come in with different assurances this time than he didn't get last time?
I don't know. I think that assurances, yes, but be like reasonable. Like, so need a kind of Poch. This is an fact, but from what I heard, there was money to spend. Poch wanted to set players. Now Poch might have to sometime a little bit, maybe kind of like with the club, say get you a type of player. We're going to give options maybe, and then say, right, these are your options. So because if it doesn't work out with Poch, we want another manager on, and these are suitable for the next manager. So then we're not chopping and changing styles of manager. So in some senses, I think that this whole back in the manager thing is a bit of a funny one, because it is actually subjective, because a lot of people do it after the fact, and that's the problem, isn't it? So let's get rid of a lot of players. Yes, you definitely need some in 100%, but it got to be maybe within a reason, if that makes sense, of what the club's plan is. If they they've got.
Yeah.
Mm.
Just big up to Ben, big up Ben Kaufman, everyone from the get over to the Ben Coffee Shop. Ben, we will be off by 2:00, so
Yeah.
don't worry, sir. We will be off by 2 before you start streaming.
Yeah.
Misty he says, and the sacking of Jose was pretty much the same too, just before a cup final, similar to George Graham 1 week before an FA Cup semi-final. Exactly. Joe was given the players he didn't want.
Yeah.
Right, guys. We'll go into deeper in that in the debate show this week, and there's going to be a bit of a change around the channel this week over the next couple of weeks. We will be doing these news beats live, but for the next week or so, the shows in the evening will be pre-recorded. So we're going to put a load of shows out pre-recorded. We've got a big one, Why I Miss My Tottenham. That's coming on Thursday night, and then me and Ellie will be doing a Golden Game pre-record, which should be going out tomorrow.
Nice.
Tomorrow night we're doing the 1973 League Cup final, Tottenham Hotspur against Norwich. We're going to go back to Bill Nick's last game in charge, last trophy win as Spurs manager before the 74 UEFA Cup loss to Feyenoord. So yeah, that's what we're doing this week. We will then be getting back to normal. It's just that I just have to do it this way for a little while, so I do apologise for the people who love our evening shows, live shows. If you can bear with us, we will be back to normal as soon as possible. But for the next week or so, there will be a load of pre-recorded evening shows. So please, when it does come out, watch, like, subscribe, and please get us. Let's get a load of let's get up subscriptions to an Elliot. 1,140 subscribers. Let's get to 1,150 by the end of the week. So come on, let's do it. And if you want to also pick up your memberships as well, the $2.99, $4.99. And if you want to skip the head of the queue, you can also make it a super chat as well. So please, it does help. It all goes into the channel so we can get better equipment, bring you better shows, bring you better better content, so we can be bigger and better next season as well, and bring you better stuff that will keep you entertained. And that's what we're here to do. Talk Spurs to keep you happy and keep you up to date with the latest. Right, guys, we are now going to go to a new segment, which we did in the past, but me and Ellie have decided to bring it back. And it is called this. Yep, it's Loan Watch, where we go through all the players that are out on loan, keep up to date with them, see what they're doing, what they're not doing, what Mr. Burger King's eating, what he's not eating, see how the Jedi is doing in France with Joe Rodon, how he winks, he's going to stay with Sampdoria. So we're going to go through the whole thing. So we'll start with Jess Benson, Joe Rodon at Rennes, guys. This first one, Mia, I'll go to you, Mia. And then the next one, Ellie, I'll go to you. So I'll try to interchange it.
Okay.
Mia, the return of Rennes captain Hamed Traore from injury, and Spence arriving back at the club from international duty just the day before their match against Lens meant the call was made to give the England under-20 starlet just 7 minutes of action at the end of the 1-0 defeat on Saturday. Rennes travel to Lyon next Sunday, and that will prove more of an indication of whether Spence, who starred in the win at PSG before the international break, is set to keep the skipper out the team or face a spell on the bench. Joe Rodon may continue to be a non-used substitute for Rennes for the 6th league game in a row, as the sides have only conceded twice in those matches. Look, we all know about Joe Rodon. He's not the greatest player in the world. He wasn't great for us. Really surprised we bought him. But Jed Spence seems to be hitting the ground running in France, doesn't he? And he did play really well against PSG and kept Mappe in his pocket. I think they're still looking for him. I think he's still in the back pocket of Jed Spence, to be fair. So, Mia, I mean, are you impressed with Spence? You think he's going to come back stronger and a better player for next season for Spurs?
Yeah, I think that he needs the right kind of manager, probably, for it to work with him. It was like lots of attitude, and he's the way that he is. Now, we don't know, like I say, if that is actual fact or not, but it would be good to see him with a different kind of manager, and to see how he is and what we've seen what he can do. So we know that he's capable, before we even bought him. So yeah, I think it'd be good for him to come back and see he can offer us. I think he can offer us something good, definitely. I think he is a good player. Like I say, we saw how good he was before. So I think that he wasn't given much of a chance, and maybe the wrong manager, maybe it was just not a very good mix with Conte. So it would be, I think it's good. It'd be good for him to come back, definitely, to see what he can do.
And Joe Roden, not really much interest. Just sell him in the summer. Do you think one of the players we need to get out?
Oh no, yeah, sell him. Yeah, a player we
Sell
need
him.
to get gone.
Yeah,
Definitely not.
definitely.
I mean, like, he's going to come back, but he's got to go. He's got to.
Yeah. Now, Ellie, we are now going on to Brian Hill, Gil Messi, a player you and me love. We all love him. We all like a bit of Gil Messi. Now, Brian Gill started starred and grabbed an assist as Seville won 2-0 at Cadiz on Saturday in the Spanish league. The 22-year-old was a busy presence down the left during his 76 minutes on the pitch, setting up an early opportunity for Yusuf Nendesi. He then helped seal the win on the 73rd minute, showing great technique with cushion pass from a long ball into the path of Nendesi, and the attacker fired home Seville's second. Gil, who earned a called up back into the seniors Spain squad last month, has played 11 times for Seville since joining in January, and has registered 1 goal and 2 assists. I really want him to come back to Tottenham, Ellie. I really want him to succeed at Spurs. I love him. I think he's a bit of a Chris Waddle, Chris Waddle and David Ginola sort of type player that will get you on the edge of your seat. When he came on for the Champions League game against Marseille, he just kept running at the defenders, and of course we got the penalty to get our first goal in that game, I think. Brian Hill, do you want him back at Spurs in the summer, and do you think a new manager might use him more than what he has been used?
I definitely wanted Dermot, because he's different, right? And he's got skills, and he's a very intelligent boy. The way he plays football, he finds brilliant pockets of space. His movement is good. He just has to beef up a bit, like we said, like get a bit more stronger on the ball so that they can't knock him off. Because one thing's for sure, the Premiership is a lot tougher league than the Spanish league. But having said that, I think he has got a place in our team, and he's different. Like I said, he offers something that excites fans, gets us off our seats, and he's not scared to take a player on, which I love, because there's too much passing to get the ball through. If you can beat your man and get your cross across, you've got much more chance of scoring a goal, I believe, because you get defenders on the back foot, unexpected, drop of the shoulder, past your player, and you leave the defenders flat-footed. You've got more opportunities to score. All right. So, I do want to see him back, because I think he's a very exciting player and he can offer something different to our team.
So Brian, that's all on Brian Hill. So the next one, Mia, for you, of course, is Lo Celso. Lo Celso, who's continued to get more minutes with each pass in La Liga match after making his comeback from injury that stopped him playing in Argentina's successful World Cup campaign. The midfielder got 28 minutes from the bench as Villarreal won 2-0 at home to Real Sociedad on Sunday. Lo Celso got his first start of 2023 during the international break as he played 67 minutes of Argentina's 7-0 friendly win against whoever that team is, setting up 2 goals for Lionel Messi during that rout. The first was a landmark goal for the superstar, as it was his 100th goal for his country. Mia, Lo Celso is a bit in and out, isn't he? Is a player who plays brilliant for Argentina, but He's been absolutely woeful for us. What would you do with him coming into the start of next season? And do you sell him? Do you put him back out alone? Or do you think a new manager might fancy him?
Again, it obviously depends on the manager, but personally, I just don't think he fits well in the league. I think that he's better off in a league where he has got time on the ball. I feel like when he hasn't got that time on the ball, he struggles. So for me, I just don't think he suits the Premier League. I just don't think he does, personally, for me anyway. And I think also he's good, like when he plays for Argentina, and we had him, but he just didn't really show enough for me. It just didn't show enough. There wasn't any even like potential. No, like sometimes you can think, oh, that player looks like they've got a bit of potential, but for me, he didn't even have that. So personally, I would want to sell him. That's my thoughts. What about you, Ellie?
Yeah, that's so true. So, Ellie, we'll go on to the next one for you, Mia. So do you keep him or do you sell him?
I said sell him.
Sell him, grand. Now, Ellie, I always keep the good-looking players for you.
Yeah.
Right, because I know you like a bit of eye candy, so I always try to keep.
I think Mia does as well.
Yeah, I know who Mia likes. Hang on.
Yeah,
hang
we
on.
do.
Hang
Everybody
on. There you
knows.
go,
The
Mia.
whole country knows.
There you go, Mia. Look. He's there.
Oh,
He's there. He's there.
that's a nice cup.
Yeah, he even broke my cup, Romero, on the way back from England, the AC Milan. He got a thing. Right, Reguilon.
Yeah.
Right, I've got to say this. I have never heard of the country, to be fair. Can any of you pronounce that country?
Curacao?
Mia?
Curacao? Curaçao?
Mia, do you want to have a crack? I think Mia's passed out.
I couldn't even have a guess, sorry. I'm just Curacao.
Anyway, apparently tequila. I've just lost the entire fan base, apparently. Never heard of them. Never heard of them. Just very quickly on he said about on Lo Celso before we move on to Ellie's other bit of eye candy. Lamela was far better than Lo Celso. Lo Celso had a rotten start with injury, though. Didn't help. Cuckoo, as always, turned up for the beer. That's so true. So true. And we've got David Clark. Big up, Dave. He says, hello from Leicester. Welcome back, Ellie. Big up, David. Great to see you in the chat. Right, Ellie, Reggie.
Yes.
Reguilon continues to watch on from the side stands following his thigh issue in training. The left back was ruled out for a month with the injury in late February. Former Spurs man Matt Doherty was an unused substitute as Atletico Madrid won 1-0 at home against Real Betis on Sunday. Ellie, we've been talking about this, I think, as well as Mia and Philip, about Reguilon. Do we use him? Do we keep him? Look, what my thoughts on this, Ellie, very quickly, before I let you crack on with it, that I think he'd be a better backup option. I think you agree with me on that. Than what we've got. So what's your thoughts on Reguilon coming back? Would you use him as a backup, or what would you do with him?
Can play really rubbish. So I found last season when he was that Leeds game was very telling because he was saying how hard he had to work in training and he didn't like it. So and he gets injured quite a lot, but I think he would be a good backup. Definitely, he's better than what we've got. Just put it that way. So I like him as a footballer because he's a very talented lad. He's just a bit suspect defensively. I think we should use him like we'd use Perisic, more up front, because that's what I remember in the in the Conference League. He was playing further up the field, and I think he excels then because he doesn't have to take the ball full pelt, the wing. Whereas if he picks it up like Kulu does, he's a lot more effective him and he can get into the box, and he scored a couple of goals in that season. So, yeah, I think he'll be okay to keep him as a squad player.
Yeah. Just want to big up Paddy Harnett. Big up Paddy. I hope you're well, sir. And if you need anything, you know where I am. But big up Paddy, a lovely man. He really is a perfect gentleman. He really is, and always welcome on this channel. Paddy, I got to get you on one of these shows, one of these debate shows. You know, it'd be great to have you on and get your insight with ourselves and you. So please let us know. Reach out to me and we'll sort something out. Love to get you on. And also we've got Daniela Zito. Big up Daniela. Don't worry. Around the Grounds is back Saturday, where we will be following Leyton Orient on their march to get up the league. Did anyone see the Wrexham game yesterday? The Wrexham Notts County game?
No, I didn't actually.
No, I didn't see
it was brilliant.
Is it a good game?
The best,
Yeah,
it really. They're both on 100 points, top of the table, and Wrexham now are 3 points. I think 5 points clear with the game in hand. So Wrexham could be getting promoted back into the league again. Absolutely brilliant game. So big up Daniela. She says, "Good afternoon. If we do appoint an attacking manager, wouldn't Reglon be good for bombing up?" And yeah, he would be, Daniela. And please, everyone, hit that, as Mia says. And I'm sure Mia has her own, but she did this for me. Look, you know me and Ellie are a bit of a Højbjerg fan. So please, hang on, let me take that off. Please follow what me and Ellie do. Do a Højbjerg.
God, Højbjerg.
I got to thank Mia for doing that for me. She's an absolute diamond. So big up Mia. Thank you for doing that for me.
Mia.
I love it. Absolutely love it. Right, Mia. I'm giving you Tangay. Right, Mr. Burger King, who loves his pizza and bats. Now, me and we all probably agree we don't like him. We don't want him back at Tottenham. But Mia, we've got to go through it. Nombele got another 22 minutes under his belt from the bench, but it came during the surprise 4-0 defeat to Jose Mourinho's for Napoli at home to AC Milan, and the dress rehearsal for the Champions League quarter-final next week. That still hurts. Sorry, I'm just going into deep mourning for a few minutes. Okay, I'm back now. I still can't believe that game. I'm still. Do you remember the Wolves game, Ellie? We used to get the ticks.
Yeah. Oh my God.
It's now the 18 Milan game. I get a tick when you mention it.
Like that.
The Milan side came out on top this time, although Napoli still retained a 16-point lead at the top of Serie A over Lazio. Nombele has not started the game in the league since November, but he's now racked up more than 1,000 minutes of football for the Italian side this season. Ellie, Mia, could he come back and surprise us? Could this be the biggest comeback of any player in recent Tottenham history?
I very much doubt it. I think there's more chance of me growing to 6 foot tall than for that to happen.
Yeah.
I've
just lost 155,000 fans now. Oh Jesus! Never heard of the place. Yeah,
Joe just put it in how to say it, and I keep looking at it, and I still can't work out how you're supposed to say it.
I put it out pronounce it either.
He put it out for us how to say it, but I still can't get my head around the words, the letters, the sounds. I'm gonna have to Google it later to find out exactly how you say it.
We'll have to do a debate show in this country, I think. So with Nombele, Mia, look, what is he lost now? What do we do with him? Because we want to buy Maddison, and Jack said it on the Irish HOTSPUR last night. We're going to have an overabundance of midfielders. So what do we do? How do we start cancelling contracts? What do we do? We can't keep loaning them out all the time, Mia.
The problem is he's got ability, but he's got the drive. Because sometimes you can have the skill, but not have the wanting for it, and that's his problem. He just doesn't want it enough. He just can't. He looks like he never looks bothered. All the times he played for Tottenham, did you ever think he looked bothered? Because to me, he just didn't. He just looked like he didn't care. So it's so hard because he's on such big wages. To get rid of him is going to be really difficult because it'd be so hard. But I want to get rid of him. I don't think he's got anything about him that gives me that feeling that he has got the drive to do it. He's got the skill, but he has not got the drive. So for me, I would happily take a loss on him. Absolutely take a big hit on him. He'll want the good wages. That's the problem. He might refuse. And then what do we do? Because we can't get rid of him. It's too high wages to rip up his contract. It's just we put ourselves in that situation, to be fair.
Yeah, I'll just send him round to Ellie's house and let Ellie feed him up so he gets so fat he can't move. Then we can just cancel his contract. Tequila says he wants
very capable of doing that as well.
I believe you are. I believe you are. I can't wait to taste your cooking, by the way, next time I'm over. I want to quiz them on the quality of the Italian takeaway joints. Fair enough. David Clark says, I heard that Levy is making Ndombele walk back to the lane. The speed he walks, it would take him 5 minutes.
That's good. You'll be retired by then, David.
He said Tonge will also come back with a Serie A championship medal. Would love to see him show his potential finally. He's got the ability, and that's it. He has the ability. Just fucking use it.
But there's no point of having all that skill if you've not got the drive to do it. It's like if somebody goes to university, gets their qualification and that skill, but then just sits on their arse answering phones all day long. You're not using that skill. What was the point? Like, it's it's pointless having that skill if you're not going to use it.
We do have a members chat. Carl, big up Carl. He's been a member for 3 months for the BillNet membership. Big up, Carl. Really appreciate it.
To add to that, I just think
can I
he just
read out
uses it.
read out this membership, Ellie? He says, big up, Carl. Thank you so much for the support for the last 3 months. You were the first one to get a membership when it was put up. So it really does mean a lot to us. And big up, KVP. Absolutely love your enthusiasm. Love your knowledge as well. This man has so much knowledge, it's unreal. He'd be great in the Spurs quiz. We just bring KVP, just leave it. Right, you do it. We'll do the rest. It says Soldano is unstoppable. My guy, him and Kane will win the Golden Boot next season. Coys. Hashtag every single day is Levy out day. Big up KVP. Absolutely big up to you, and thank you so much again for your support for the last 3 minutes, KVP. Right, Ellie. So you were saying about
I was just going to add for Ndombele, right? It's not worth having all that skill if you just want to use it when you're bothered. Like Mia said, he just comes on the pitch, doesn't look bothered. When he's bothered, he'll put in a drop of a shoulder. And he'll do the most miraculous skill, like that goal he scored against Sheffield United. Not many players can score that type of goal, but he doesn't. He doesn't want to do it all the time. He just does it when he feels like he wants to do it, and that's not good enough.
No.
We don't need players like that. We need players to commit with using all their talent and use it to 100% of their talent, not 20% like he does. Yeah. And I'm being generous with the 20% as well.
Look, look, we're going to have to see what happens in the summer. Daniela saying, is Dele Alli going back to Everton? I think Everton looking to cancel his contract.
They are.
So I think that is the latest. A legend's in the house. Big up, Jack. Big up, my brother. I hope you're all right. And thank you for last night. Again, it was an honor and a privilege to host the fan show with you. I'm sorry I couldn't do the full 4 hours. I do apologize, but things came up here. But big up, Jack. Really appreciate it. And I thank you so much indeed for popping in. Ellie.
Yeah.
It's your destiny.
Oh, yes.
This is your destiny now.
Oh, my God.
I'm coming out with them today, actually. I'm quite good today, actually. Must admit. One player who this has really got me when I read this out. He's the only player on loan who has started every match he's been available for in Serie A. Is Destiny Ujubi. But the 20-year-old could not prevent Udinese losing 3-1 at Bologna on Sunday. Destiny, who has named Udinese Player of the Month for February, has made 25 appearances this season for Serie A side, scoring 3 goals and laying on 3 assists. He's developing quickly and will be hoping to make a big splash when he arrives at Spurs this summer. He might have become a regular already in North London if the deal to sign him did not include the loan back clause.
Yeah.
Ellie, is this the destiny we've been waiting for?
Yeah, do you know what? I watched him a lot, Dermot, and I like what I see. His commitment, his drive. You know, when he's on that pitch, he's trying his best, and he's got all the skill set as well. You know, he's got pace, he's got talent on the ball. You know, he can pass the ball. He's got an eye for goal. He's got a fantastic shot. You know, he's got it all, the boy. He's just, when he comes to the Premier League, he's going to have to adapt to it, the pace. So let's see how he goes. I think he will adapt because his work ethic is fantastic. And that's why he started all 25, because the manager trusts him, you know, to do a job for him. You don't start all 25 games if you're slacking. So that's proof in the pudding. So when he arrives, I think us Spurs fans are going to be in for a treat. Yeah. I love you, Doji.
Mia, is he going to be your destiny?
Yeah, always. I just have to think of the Lionel Richie song. You are my destiny. Yeah, that's all I think when I hear his name.
Yeah.
Oh, what?
He's going to be a fantastic player. You can just see.
Yeah, I was actually more thinking of the Bee Gees. Destiny.
Whatever destiny
Joe, what song,
is, we want him.
Joe, what song sometimes I think of some of our players is Tragedy. That's definitely some of our players.
You know what? I was actually watching a video the other night of Staying Alive, and do you know them walking down? It looked like Harry Kane and Romero and Son walking down to Staying Alive.
Yeah.
I just went in my head. I would love to do that. Stick their heads on their bodies. It would be funny. I will try and do that.
Yeah, good idea.
So now we're going to Mia. We're going to Jack's favourite player, I think, and I think Jack's really devastated. He's at Sampdoria.
Jack's left the screen.
I think Jack's run out.
He's gone.
I think Jack's run out to Brooklyn. He's shouting, "Winky!" Him and Chris. Another player starting week in, week out is Harry Winks, who seems to be fully recovered from his ankle operation and is trying his best to save financially stricken Sampdoria from the drop, but that's becoming a tougher and tougher ask. Following last week's long-awaited win against fellow Serie A strugglers Hellas Vion, Winks and co fell to a 3-0 defeat against former Spurs manager Jose Mourinho's Roma this time round. The 27-year-old midfielder racked up his 10th consecutive 90-minute stint, but Sampdoria remained second from bottom of Serie A and 10 points for safety. Mia, could this be the return of the Winks?
I heard that Sampdoria want him. I'm sure that was said. I'm sure they've said they want him, and that is his level. And I think that he does well there because of the type of football they play, and that is his level. So take him, please, just take him. Honestly, I'll pay them to take him. We should all do a GoFundMe, pay them to take him. We'll be like, here's some extra money, just take him away, please.
Yeah.
He's just not good enough for the Prem, and it's sad because he's a homegrown boy, but it's really sad when that happens. But if he just hasn't got it, he hasn't got it, and that, to me, I don't want him back. So please just keep him, Sampdoria. I'm going to write a personal letter to him to tell them to keep him.
Right. Tequila's David Clark saying, good job, Winks is on loan, else Mason would have made him captain. Oh, Lord Jesus. Yeah, I know. And then Tequila 316, they relegated, though, I believe. Will he want to play in Serie B? Well, that's about his level, I think. Him and Donge can play together, I think. Ellie, just very quickly, Troy Parrott, Preston North End. He got 6-7 minutes under his belt at Preston and beat Blackpool 3-1 on Saturday. 21-year-old has handed a 7th in the Lancaster Live player ratings with a review. A couple of loose moments, but a committed shift from the Irishman, and had a few openings in the final third. Wanted the ball, always tried to be Preston an option to his teammates. Lacked that final piece of decision making. And the Republic of Ireland international has got plenty of minutes this season around the knee injury he suffered before the World Cup break, but the young striker will want to increase his goal output with just 2 goals from 25 championship matches. He's been joined at Preston by former Spurs midfielder Josh Onoman, who's adding more and more fitness to his game after a spell out. And then also, Ellie, this is for both of you as well, Dean Scarlett as well. Dean Scarlett got his 8 minutes for Portsmouth on Saturday in their 1-0 win against Forest Green Rovers. And he had manager John Mewson calling him to change the position. The 18-year-old centre forward has struggled for minutes under the new Pompey boss, and now Marisa has suggested he becomes a winger, at least for now. Dane definitely has a future playing off one of the wings. He's probably been one of the victims of the shape change since I've come in and played one up top, with Kobe taken to that position, being brilliant, told the News. As a number 9, Dane has clearly had limited opportunities, and when he has played in our side, it's been off the left, and he's affected games. He scored that all-important goal against Burton, while he came on against Bolton and made a real difference playing just behind Kobe. Certainly, if he wants to play for Spurs in the next year or so, then he might be time to think about something other than playing as a number 9. That's what Dane's ambition should be. He should want to play for Spurs. I've actually watched him in Spurs' new stadium for a Europa League game, and modern centre forwards need that flexibility. And then it goes on. Basically, I know he wants to play it as that number 9, but that's the flexibility, fitting into a different formations and different sides. It's going to be really important for him. Scarlett has scored 6 goals and registered in 2 assists in 38 games in the season of development at Portsmouth, and of course then Harvey White at Derby. Harvey White got 8 minutes from the bench as Derby lost 2-0 home to Ipswich on Saturday. That followed on from his first start since early March last weekend, as he's played the full 90 minutes in the 2-0 defeat at Peterborough. 21-year-old midfielder has made 10 appearances for the League One side since arriving in the transfer window. Who wants to go first on the three lads?
I'll take Troy Parrott because I've been watching him. I'll take Troy, and maybe Mia can take the other 2. Right, so Troy Parrott, I saw him against my husband's team, QPR, and I was quite impressed with him, but he's no Harry Kane, just put it that way. He needs to be more mobile when he's running forward, and he's got to make pockets of space for him so that his midfielders and his wingers can find him. I think he's not quite hit the ground running at Preston, but there's still time for him to grow. I think he needs a championship team a bit further up to progress him, like Harry Kane when he went to Norwich and Leicester. I think he needs a better team to play in so that he can progress and learn more, and have a really good striker by him to learn from. Yeah, but he hasn't scored enough, has he? 2 in 25. That's very poor.
I've seen him play for Ireland. I just think the ability's there, but it's one of them players. It could have been a lot more than what he's turned out at the moment. Yeah. Look, he's had an injury this season, knee injury, so it probably will take him time. Mia, on Dean Scarlett and Harvey White, do you know what's your thoughts on them? Keep him out alone next season, keep developing him?
Yeah, because I don't think either of them are going to really truly get a place in Tottenham at the moment in the team, and that's the problem, isn't it? And I think Dane Scarlett is probably who's got the most potential out of the 3 of them. I think he's got a lot of potential. But I think again he needs to go out on another loan. I think that it's good for them to go out on a few loans and then go into the team, because if they're not going to get into the team, what's the point? It's better for them to go and get minutes and play games. So I think both of them probably need to be loaned out again, and to give them that time playing, and then you can see how they develop as well. Because if they're not good enough, then we'll obviously have to move them on. But we need to see if they are good enough, and the only way is if they're not going to play at Tottenham, we're going to have, it's better to loan them out, personally, is what I think.
Well, look, that is Loan Watch. We will end off how we started. So where is it again? Sorry, that was Loan Watch. Yeah, that was Loan Watch. That will be back every Tuesday on Newsbeat, where we look at the weekend's game for the players on loan, as that motorbike fly past Mia's house with probably 25 guards behind him chasing them, something out of the Benny Hill tune. Right.
Sorry.
I thought it was quite funny.
No,
David Clark said, Dean.
what it is, they're delivering Romero to my door.
That's it.
Oh, God.
In a birthday cake.
I don't. You know, you two should just do a late night rude show. Honestly, just get it out your system.
We'd be good at it, I'm telling you.
I
Tune in, David.
yeah, and I think I'll have to come in and have my say in a few of the ladies' female side as well. So, you know, yeah, there's one or two that are a bit of right. David Clark said Dane will be a future Spurs captain, Captain Scarlet. Yeah, he will be. Jack saying thank you, everyone. No, big up, Jack. And Dave, if you are watching, sir, I hope you get better soon. The man, the boss himself. So big up, big boss man. And I hope Jack as well, my brother. Also big boss man as well. They're two that inspire, that gives me, Ellie, Philip, Mia, the inspiration to do what we've done. I always looked at them as the mothership of the Irish Hotspur.
Yes.
So everyone, please get over there and hit a like and subscription, get your memberships, because they really are the mum and dad of this channel. So there you go.
Which one's the mum and what one's the dad? That's what I want to know.
I'm leaving that one up to people's imaginations. Tequila says, "Get well soon, Dave." It's a bit like my comment last night. Spurs getting top fours like charge birth. I still think that was funny. I still think that's one of my best ones I come out with.
To be honest, I can't imagine Dave wearing a dress. So sorry, Jack, you're going to have to be the mum.
No.
I'm just getting.
I think Jack will look lovely in a dress.
I'm just getting visions.
A nice blue and white one.
Yeah, I'm just getting visions now of Queen's "I Want to Break Free" video. That's just coming into my head.
Oh, yes, definitely.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. Right.
Mrs.
We're going to finish.
Doubtfire.
Yeah. No. That's a good film, mind you.
I love it.
Well, listen. We are going to end off Newsbeat here. Me and Ellie are going to do a pre-record after this. That will be out later today. We're going to do it on Scott Munn and also the race for top four. And it's just to give me and Ellie's and Mia, hopefully she'll join us as well, give our thoughts on where we see for the rest of the season. So that will be out later today, if not this evening. We're back tomorrow at 1 o'clock with Newsbeat. And then there is tomorrow night, we will upload a Golden Game. Me and Ellie will be doing the 1973 League Cup final, Spurs against Norwich. Now, we're going to, the way it's going to work is we're going to start it. Then me and Ellie are going to come off and we're going to do the full commentary and everything, give you the proper experience, and then me and Ellie will come at the end of the game, talk about it and talk about our memories and what that game means to us. And then on Thursday evening, now I really want to do this live, so I may do it early in the afternoon. If we can, I would like that. Is why I miss my Tottenham. It's a show that's been in the background for a while, and I think it's the right time to bring it out about why we miss our Tottenham, what we want our Tottenham to be, where we want for next season. And as I said, we've got the Women's World Cup. Me and Ellie, Amir and Philip are going to cover England. Of course, Ireland are there as well. So the girls got a good draw against, I think they lost narrowly to the USA at the weekend. I know England women beat Brazil. Ellie, is that correct?
On penalties, that's right.
Penalty.
It was 1-1 and it went to penalties and we won.
So we're all hoping for an England-Ireland World Cup final. That should be good crack. Just welcome a few more people in before we chew. Big up, Phil. I had the pleasure of meeting this man in Tottenham. Absolute lovely gentleman. Absolute top man. Love talking to him. Big up, Phil. He says, big up Dermot, Ellie and Mia Coy's top four is ours. Phil Army. Big up the Phil Army's in.
Come on.
We've got David Clark. If Spurs get top four, it will be a
Caesarean.
Caesarean. Yeah, fair enough. Hope Man City win tonight. Yeah. And also, me and
Yeah.
Ellie will be doing a build up to the Champions League quarterfinals as well, and the show tonight as well. We will be going over the games and what we think, who's going to win what. And then he says, "I want the England team to beat the USA back for the last World Cup." Fair enough, Mr. EE. Listen, guys, thank you so much for watching. We promised we would be off by 2 for Ben, so we're going to be off by 2. So thank you all for watching. Please watch out for our upload later this evening, where we're going to talk about Scott Munn, the race for top 4, and where we hope for the rest of the season. So join us for that. That'll be up probably about 8 o'clock tonight, 9 o'clock tonight. So please tune in for that. Please hit the like button, hit the subscription button. Mia, do you want to give your channel a plug? I know we've been streaming live on both channels, but do you still want to give your channel a plug?
Yeah, if you haven't already, go over to Spurs Between the Lines, hit that subscribe button, like all the content on there, give it a watch. I always put like some different videos out as well. So I've done a few different videos that you could just watch, which are 5 minutes, something a bit different to just the normal kind of stuff that's going on now. It's more about like the past players, transfers that we did, and let me know what you think. And in the comments, because the comments all help, everything helps with the likes. And I want to say a massive thank you to our new Patreon member, Ellie. I really do appreciate that, for that support. It means so much to me. So if you want to be like Ellie and like Wayne Bonner, you can get over and be a Patreon member as well. And I'm going to do a special exclusive for my Patreon members as well. So then if you're a member, you get to have that extra video. So I'll put that out soon. I'm going to put that out and get put together. So yeah.
Brilliant.
Okay. Well, thank you.
Brilliant,
well,
Mia.
You'll see me and Ellie later. So thank you all for watching. God bless you. Come on, you Spurs. In Tottenham we trust.
In the